Greetings, mortals. Brimthen Barlow here, and today we're going to be doing a Brimthen Babbles podcast. For those of you that's never tuned in before on this is a podcast where I bring on fellow streamers, people that are in my Discord, or just followers in general, and we sit around and kind of talk about whatever they want to talk about and plug themselves and what they're doing. You know, the whole point to it is to grow people up and you know, get word out about what other people are doing, and just kind of grow together as a community. And you know, we're in our 24-hour live stream currently doing that for my affiliate status. So really excited. It's a special day, and I need to update the text on the screen. That would be really, really good for me. But welcome, GhostyxToasty.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I am doing pretty good today, and in my opinion, every day is a good day.
Usually. Unless it's Monday, in which case no one likes that.
Now, I've always had a little bit of a different opinion on Mondays. For me, it's the start of the week, and you know, I understand why people don't like the start of the week, but for me, the start of the week has the most potential.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you credit for that. Although, I don't know about you, but I feel like Sunday is more of a productive day than anything, at least for me anyway.
Yeah, we're definitely the opposites on that, because like when Sunday rolls around, I'm drained, I'm tired, because I blow all my energy on Saturday.
Fair enough. I usually blow a lot of my energy sometime between Thursday and Saturday, so I kind of feel you on that.
Yeah, I understand. So tell us a little bit about what you do and what's going on in your side of the woods.
So, at the moment, I technically work, but I don't because I work for my mom. I actually co-own her business with her, which is super cool. Like I do graphic design, artwork, all that sort of thing. We make signs for businesses and cars and all that. Streaming was kind of just like a hobby that I picked up in the background to keep myself busy, and then it kind of turned into, hey, I want to do this forever. I ended up finding a lot of people within the community who had minimal support, if any, so I kind of jumped on the let's support everyone and go broke bandwagon.
I understand that. I'll tell you, I have always wanted to get into art, and I wish I've had more time to sit down and really work with it. I've been able to paint and mess with like clay, pottery, and that kind of stuff, but I can barely write, let alone draw or anything like that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm terrible at my artwork. I will admit that wholeheartedly. But I use my stream as a way to test my artwork. Like, I'll just pop into stream and be like, hey guys, I drew this. What do you think about this? And then if no one says they like it, I automatically redo it like 400 more times.
So what all do you stream?
Currently I am a variety streamer, mostly stream Warzone and Minecraft, but there are other games mixed in like Strider. I'm trying to figure out how to do Pokemon Go on here, because I know you can do that, which will be super fun. I also just picked up Apex and Cold War as well, so those will be also joining the channel soon.
Gotcha. Now I've had a long day today. You were showing interest for the Minecraft SMP that I've got set up or something? Was that right? Or not?
I think so, honestly. I don't remember like half of yesterday, to be honest. I was on like such a high from like giving everyone love and like hanging out with all the other streamers and stuff that I kind of forgot like half of my day, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Well, you're welcome on the Minecraft server we're doing. We're looking for a bunch of different other streamers to get started on it. Pretty much the early part on it is like Viking Norse stuff, but it's going to be kind of a collision of worlds where, you know, we've got a group that's starting like a Denmark area or whatever once they break away from the Viking thing. So you know, the way I've put it is, you know, we're gonna have Vikings, but like if somebody wanted to run off and be space pirates or something, they can. You know, it's just gonna be kind of this clash of the worlds.
Fair enough. It actually does sound pretty cool. I actually would love to get into that. You know.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome on it. So.
Definitely shoot me a server thing for that, so I can get in there.
Sure. Actually, I'll just check your roles right now and see if you already have it. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll get you updated right now.
Oh,
So one of my viewers is wondering what all sort of art do you draw?
For the most part, I do like clip art style, basic type art.
Okay.
Like if you look at my channel logo, I took 3 different pieces of different clip arts and integrated them into channel art. I kind of like that 2D style artwork. I do some 3D work, but for the most part, I prefer to stick to 2D clip art style.
I got you. Yeah, I definitely like the clip art stuff.
It's general and basic, and a lot of people seem to like it a little bit. So, kind of keeps me busy, but like not busy enough that I'm losing my mind.
I got you. So have you worked any on Fiverr or anything, or are you kind of freelancing out?
To be perfectly honest, I'm scared of Fiverr.
Hey, I understand. I entirely understand. Every one of my Fiverr artists have except for like one, has kind of talked a little bad about Fiverr. So
it's not just because Fiverr's, a large industry for something like this. It's mostly because the people on Fiverr can be terrifying. I had originally set up my Fiverr like 2 years ago and was doing some digital art for people, and I had one guy request some things that kind of put me off of Fiverr.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
People on there can be a little different.
See, and that's why I try to be different from them. Like, and Webby over here, he was one of my Fiverr people. Every time I go onto Fiverr, I know and I understand their side of it. So the very first thing that I lead off with is, feel free to take as much time as you need to work on this. Work on other people's stuff before mine. Like, feel free to do what you need to do to get your business going. Like, I can wait, and then I always tip good, and I show all the appreciation to them, because I know the hard work of putting time into, art or music or anything. And, it becomes a part of you when you work on it, even if it's for a client or whatever. So I always try to encourage them and give them as much time as they need and no pressure,
See, that's good though. Like, there are a lot of people who go on Fiverr who are just kind of like, I want this and I want it right now. I don't care if your turnaround time is 3 years. I want it right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to know that there are people out there who actually, take your time. Like, it's not a priority, but it is a priority. Actually care about the work you do.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then that's the other part. When but I not that I'm doing it for nefarious reasons, but when you do show people that kind of respect and that like level of understanding, they usually will work with you better, and you usually get a better product. So
usually, yeah.
So that's, I look at it like that, give seeds better sunlight and they grow better fruit. So that's the way I look at it. But
I like the way you think.
And I'm trying to do that with the whole community, over this last week, I have worked with almost 11 of my streamers, going in on a voice chat and like looking through all their settings on OBS and just explaining to them what each setting does, how it works, the ins and outs of it, what's best for their computer. And I'm telling you, like, all of them have like increased quality and stuff. There's this one 14-year-old that I was working with, Big Jack. He had a whole different flip. He went from 12 followers to like 38 just because of like quality changes. I was impressed.
Wow.
Yeah. I was very surprised by it. So
I would be surprised too. It kind of reminds me of yesterday. I had like a really weird scenario yesterday. I started off my morning on TikTok which is not something I usually do, but I'm kind of glad I did today or yesterday.
Yeah.
But I started off my morning with 495 followers. I went and did my morning routine, took my shower, took my dogs out, came back to my phone on the charger, and had 620 followers. No idea where any of them came from, but like the turnaround in the slight quality difference in my TikToks just apparently made a difference.
Yeah. I wish I had more time on my hands. I know I'm doing a 24-hour live stream and I'm complaining about not having time on my hands, but I wish I had more time through like the normal week where I could like sit down and really edit my content. Like I don't know. One of these days, maybe.
I feel you on that, to be perfectly honest. I have a lot of free time and I still don't have time to sit there and actually edit my content. So trust me, I feel you.
Yeah, the trip of becoming affiliate has been insane for me so far. There are so many more settings. Like I had my settings on point, and then like affiliate hit me and it was like, no, you need 250 new images. Like what?
Affiliate just smacked you in the face, and that's like, hold on, what did I miss?
What do you mean every bit badge has their own image and they have to be 3 different sizes? Excuse me?
It is definitely a work in progress when you hit affiliate. I know I hit it on New Year's Day and I still haven't figured out all the ins and outs and how to make it work and how to do it the way that everyone else has it, because it's just like there's so much to know. There
is. It has been research. I'm glad I have a slow pace like day job where I can kind of like sit down with a notebook, scroll through my phone, and like write down, okay, that's something I need to do. Click, 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 like. So
I really don't blame you on that. Honestly, it's kind of the one thing I like about working for my mom is I can take, Twitch stuff with me and I can do it while I'm sitting there working, and it's like, hey, would this work? And then, there's other minds there, which actually kind of helps a little bit. So it's like, hey, that might work.
Yeah, for sure. And the variety stream stuff. I think we are like, I'm hearing more and more people talking about variety streams, and I'm seeing a lot more variety streamers, even from the bigger guys. Like I see a lot of people moving away from niches, and I think variety streams are the way to go. I was talking to Caster Die on our podcast that we was having about this, and I really genuinely think we're about to have a different like era of Twitch, so to speak, because we saw this like we said, we saw this on YouTube, when we had like, and I loved this guy when he was making all of his content, but like Tobuscus days, we had the high energy comedic, episodic videos, but it was always basically the same few games, basically the same kind of content over and over and over. And people moved away from that and started going to like variety streamers or just like large content creators on YouTube. You still have a few people that does the niche and they get away with it, but YouTube, you really can't be in a niche anymore. And I'm starting to see that with Twitch, and I feel like we're going to slowly get away from competitive games. I mean, they're still going to be there. They're never going to go away. But I think we're going to start seeing a decline in like leagues and stuff in the pro scene.
Yeah, to be honest, one thing that a lot of people, I should say, will tell you when you start streaming is don't variety stream. And they tell you that because they want you to build your audience on something so that you can move on to similar things. But what they don't tell you is that variety streaming actually pays off a lot more because you have more audiences to come in.
Mm-hmm.
I variety stream specific games, specific days, specific times, because that's when I have viewers for those games. I won't switch to a game at 10 p.m. unless I know around that time is when I have people coming in for that game. And a lot of people will seem to think that variety streaming will hurt you. In all reality, variety streaming has got me where I am right now. I have not once not variety streamed, except for my very first day on Twitch. And that's because all I did on my first day was stream Warzone for 8 hours.
Yeah, I understand that. I've gotten a little bit lucky with my community, and I'm very happy with it right now, because I can pretty well like I loaded up Sim Safari, a game from Windows 95, and you know we had oh yeah, we had like active people talking about the game and stuff in chat, and that's, you know, I'll go from that to playing Tarkov or like just completely different games, but I've kind of centered it around that of like trying new stuff, like the whole Discord set around hobbies and you know, branching out from your norms and experiencing new experiences. So I don't know if that's the reason why it worked, or it just happens to be the community that is around me, you know. But I'm very happy with how everything's going so far.
Well, that's good though. You should be happy about how it's going, because in all honesty, they tell you if you're not happy, then you're the one doing something wrong.
Exactly, and that's 100% true. You got to be happy with the content you put out, otherwise, you know, other people are going to see it.
Absolutely. I find that a lot of the time what helps is if you feel like you're failing, the best thing you can do is watch your streams over as a different-minded person. Watch yourself 2 hours after your stream when you've kind of settled down mentally and you're like, okay, I'm not a streamer anymore, I'm a viewer. What would I want to see as a viewer to make my stream better?
Exactly.
I went through an entire rebrand just because I thought it would make my streams better, and it actually changed everything. I went from literally 37 followers to 153 in a month and a half because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to improve, and if you're not improving, you're not going to see any growth.
Nope. And I full on agree with that. Because that was my issue, and I've got these on my YouTube channel because I want them to both be memories and scars to keep me, you know, pressured not to go through it again, you know. But I've made 3 channel history videos, and they're go from, you know, all the way back 2006, 2009, when I had like a URL in the top of the screen and talking through a Turtle Beach headset, and they show, you know, footage that's, you know, hasn't seen the light of day. And through like my depressive days, because my problem was when I hit HD, I strived for 1080p a little too much. Because once I hit 1080p and had like equipment that could handle it, I started making stuff, but I would rewatch it and I wouldn't be happy with it because I would be bored watching myself. So I would delete it, and I would keep deleting it for years and years and years. And now I don't have that content that I wish I had, because I would love to go back and look at it. But, you know, the thing that I've been telling a lot of the streamers that's been in my network is, once you have something that is looking good, release it out into the world. Like, don't keep it behind a door. You have to hear that feedback. You have to understand, you know, where to grow. And if you don't, you're going to be stuck in the mud spinning tires.
Absolutely. A lot of people seem to think that, you know, being stuck is a good thing, but it's really not. I know someone who has been on Twitch, I want to say 3 years now, and has been in the same position because he just refuses to change even the slightest things to make better content and have something to look back at other than negativity from himself.
Mm-hmm. And that always tells me a lot about a person too sometimes. Like, you know, you gotta be willing to grow, or, you know, stagnation leads to, you know, kind of just being stuck, you know?
Yep. And unfortunately for some people, you can end up in that stuck position for a long time.
And you know, I wanna, you know, take down from the ivory tower just slightly. You know, some people can't help it. You know, they've got a budget, they're in a position where they can't really upgrade, but they have the drive, but they don't have the capability technically.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know, I feel for them the most. You know, I want to suggest to them something, but it's like, you know, I know they can't really go that direction. But you know, it's possible to grow even with the most basic setup. Like, you can, you know, the C920 with just the gameplay on there and your webcam. There's streamers right now pulling great numbers with that kind of setup.
Oh yeah.
It comes down into the person half the time. So.
For sure. A lot of the times people think that, you need this huge fancy $1 million setup. To be perfectly honest, I started out my channel with an Xbox and playing on my TV. And I upgraded to a camera that I paid $8 for on Amazon. And that it's still it's my main driver, you know what I mean? Like I use that for everything. Yep. Even if I'm not using my overlays and stuff, that camera is what goes with me. Like if I travel, camera comes with my Xbox. Because even without all my stuff, I'm still a streamer. I can still do this on my own.
Yep. At the end of the day, as long as you can talk to your community, that's it. That's all that matters. So.
Absolutely. One thing I will say is people who think they need like that multi-million-dollar fancy setup with all the lights and the action and all the exciting stuff, you really don't. To be perfectly honest with you, I bought a budget PC. I think I paid like $550 something after tax for it, and I had saved up for 1.5 years for that PC. You know what I mean? Like every penny that I had went into my savings account, and I put that away for that PC. And it does the bare minimum, but it's a good PC because I didn't blow my budget on something I don't need right now because I'm not a magical, mystical, huge streamer. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't have the numbers to be bringing in $4, $5, $7, whatever, $100 a month extra to put into another PC. I have maybe $20 extra a month, and that goes into fixing the PC.
Yep. And
you have to start off somewhere.
Yeah, and I totally understand that. I made that mistake. There's a lot of places in my setup that I have right now that I could have saved a ton of money, and I've been passing that out to streamers as often as I can. Like, I thought, oh yeah, all the big streamers are using the SM7B. What mixer does Joe Rogan use? So here I got Joe Rogan's mixer, and I got the SM7B, the same mic that he uses, but then I go to set up like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign with me and my buddies. So I'm looking at buying, 4 more mics to do it in person. And I'm like, oh man, these mics aren't going to sound like mine. I start fiddling around with them. And it turns out this $80 microphone sounds the exact same. And nobody can discern the difference between it and this $400 microphone. So now I'm sitting here. I've got an $80 microphone that I could have bought instead of this one. And I'm just pissed.
I feel you on that. To be perfectly honest, my mic I paid $62 for on Amazon. You probably heard of them, but it's the Fifine mics.
Yep.
It came with everything I needed, and no one could tell the difference between my Fifine mic and my Blue Yeti that I paid $300 for. And it's like, I could have saved myself so much money.
Oh yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah, and even like slightly, I think that the $80 mic sounds better than this one, but like, I don't want to. I got the buyer's remorse now.
It's okay. We all go through it at some point.
So, but man, like I have, I ordered TMA one for Christmas. The Master Asia that's in the chat right now. I sent it to him because he's an old real life friend. And Zanfar, the guy that donated the 20 gift subs today, I helped him pick out that one. So like I stand by the Zoom ZDM1, and like you pair that with a 502 USB and you literally have like the top tier like podcast Joe Rogan style sound. And it bugs me. $120. I don't have to, but here I am with the $700 sounding the same. Like,
no, literally though. Okay, so while we're on this subject, those people who have those super loud mechanical keyboards?
Yeah, I hate those. Oh.
Okay, so I'm one of those people who lives for the sound of the mechanical keyboard.
Hold up. Not to interrupt you, but I think I read it on yours. Don't you have Red Dragon?
I do not.
Oh, never mind. I read it on somebody else's. Sorry.
It's okay.
I thought I was going to have a clever moment there.
It's okay. I found a keyboard at Walmart that is comparable to the Red Dragon, actually. I paid $22 for it after tax, and it sounds and feels so much better than those expensive $200-$300 keyboards.
Yeah.
I went to Best Buy afterwards and I was like, it just doesn't feel the same. It's just not the same. I'm gonna go back to that keyboard. So I returned my Best Buy keyboard and went and bought the one back from Walmart.
That's awesome.
Budget does not always mean you have to have shitty stuff.
Exactly.
Excuse my language, but
It's
like,
okay.
you don't always have to have terrible stuff.
We keep
You
it.
can have a budget and get good stuff.
We keep it PG-17. If it happens every now and then, it's okay.
PG-17. All right, works for me.
Just not excessive. Anyway, yeah, I grabbed the Red Dragon Silent one, the one that's like chiclet or whatever. And I've bought several of them after that. They're like $12.99 on Amazon, and I can't go back from them. They're just so smooth and quiet.
Yeah, but see, I don't like smooth and quiet. I like loud and obnoxious.
You know, I used to, I was dedicated to the loud, obnoxious keys, and I still got the Corsair that's over here. But I had a condenser mic when I was using those, and I learned real quick what a condenser mic meant, and it.
Oh yeah.
Gosh. I cringe every time I hear somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I'm using this condenser mic." I'm like, "Oh,
The trauma.
ooh, can't." There's too much work involved in getting those things sounding decent.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't even know what this mic would be considered, to be honest. When I bought it, I was just cheap. But I mean, condenser mics do pick up a lot.
Have you been drinking water?
I've watched my stream back a few times, and I'm like, wow, I really should have moved my mic back just a little bit so that people don't hear that keyboard so loud.
My chat's reminding me to drink water. Give me just a second.
You're good. I have your chat pulled up on my other screen, so I'm also watching this at the same time.
You know, the rule is to stay wholesome and stay hydrated, so they push me to stay hydrated as well. I appreciate it.
You know what? I'm gonna make you a little thing that you can put in either in the corner of your stream or in the background somewhere that just says "Stay hydrated." Just stay hydrated.
Oh, that's awesome. That sounds awesome.
Stay wholesome, stay hydrated. That's how it should be.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and I might actually, I'll turn it into one of the sticker slaps that I have, because one of the things that I've integrated, because I have wanted to use my emotes on everything I can. You know, I've got them on the Discord, I've got them on the Twitch chat, I've got them being made into physical stickers by Caster Die, who is the best guy in the world. I have got this virtual sticker thing where anybody can slap a sticker onto my stream, and it plays a little sound like clip of me talking. So like the good job one, it'll throw it up on the screen for like, 100 bits, and it'll be a voice clip of me going, "Good job, I'm so proud of you," or something. And I've got them on as the Discord emotes. Like, my goal is to use my emotes for everything. And so what I'm gonna do is I don't have anything for stay wholesome, stay hydrated. I'm gonna use that as a sticker as well. I'm gonna throw that all over the place too.
I got you. I'll shoot you a design for it later.
Awesome. That's exciting. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. I love helping out fellow streamers, even with simple stuff like a sticker. Like, I don't ask for anything in return except for, occasionally you talk to me back. Don't pretend I don't exist. There are a few streamers that I've helped out that, like, the second I helped them, they're like, "All right, I don't need you anymore," and kind of just like toss me to the side. And it's like, yeah, I'm not helping you anymore.
I hate that. I hate that style of stuff. As long as if you send me a message, I might not be able to get to it right this second, but I will reply to that as soon as I could have possibly done it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know how long I can keep that up. I've got this little almost 100 something now on Discord community growing, and I'm still able to do it. I'm still able to reply to them all, but there are some mornings right now that I go to bed with no notifications, and 7 hours later I wake up and I have to spend about 20-30 minutes going down that list. Just,
I mean, that's not always a bad thing. At least you know you're appreciated.
no, it's true. I love it. I wake up happy every morning I see that. I'll tell you, that's a highlight of my day. I just, it's I don't know what my limit is yet, is what I'm trying to say.
Understandable. I still have Kick because, I'm nostalgic for some reason with it. And there are days where I wake up to like 700 messages from my group chat and I'm like, oh my god, there's so many people, there's so many messages, and it's like I have to go through and read all of it and respond, and it's like sometimes I wish I could just streamline the response process. Just have a dedicated response for every single type of message ever that I can just hit one button and send it.
See, I'm different on that. It would hurt me if I ever had like an automated system to reply back. Just cause like every time I try to send a message, unless I'm in a hurry, then it's like, okay, sure, whatever. But like I try to reply back with full sentences often.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like there are people who I can't responding to, because when you respond, they don't reply in a normal way. They like take 10 years to reply, and for like K.
Yeah.
And then there are people who are like, I could have a conversation with all day long. And it's like, thank you for not being dull. But thank you for also responding in a non-dull way.
Exactly. For me, it's largely my Smoky Mountain heritage. You see somebody driving by your yard, you wave at them, they wave back. Everything's hello. You meet strangers at Walmart, it's hello, hi, how are you? I've told people like I said it in Caster Die's chat actually. He had posted something like, what is something that COVID has caused you to stop that is strange to normal people? And I'm like, well, going around and hugging strangers.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I sent you virtual hugs.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, no, it's genuine because I'm a hugger. I like to hug, so
that's not always a bad thing though.
No, but some people are put off by it.
See, in general, for me, I'm not really a hugging type of person. I'm not really like an affection type person. Period. So when people want to hug me, it's just like, do you have to? Like even without COVID, but like, do you have to? Like, do you really need to right now? Can it wait a few years or so?
Exactly. And I saw a few of those introvert memes that was going around early on, where it's like, oh, good, I don't have to socialize with people, I don't have to touch them, they don't have to shake hands, I don't even have to make eye contact, and I get to wear a mask to cover up the fact I'm not smiling. And I'm just sitting here like, that's my like hell. Like,
oh god,
I'm the complete opposite. I want people to know I'm smiling and like hanging out, but I'm very extroverted and so
I just now realized that I had accidentally muted myself, and I said, yeah, same.
Oh.
I gotta learn this whole push to talk thing, because I keep accidentally pushing the button and muting myself because it's so close to where my mouse is.
Well, you're welcome to just have it as activity talk. Like it's fine, unless it's not letting you. If it's not letting you, I didn't mean to.
I don't know how to do that.
That's in your Discord settings, I think. So.
I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Discord is like a whole new world to me. I'm not used to Discord at all.
Yo, I was telling the same thing to Rubik's when he first set up my Discord. I was like, listen, I don't know nothing about Discord. My number one thing that I need out of you when you're building this Discord is to make sure nobody can hack into it or troll me. Like, I need it to be foolproof. Like, I was worried about people like going through Discord and like getting into my computer and stuff.
I mean, it is a possibility. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, it's just unlikely. So.
All right. Well, whoever built your Discord, like, I need them in my life because my Discord needs some work.
So he's starting back up pretty soon. He's a really good guy. We just had him on the other podcast today. His name's Rubik's. He's the admin on there. but yeah, give him a DM. See what he wants to do. He might tell you to go to Fiverr and chat. And whatever he wants to go on it. He's kind of helping me out. He's been he became like a long-term fan. And just wanted to see it grow, and like that's like his way of contributing. And he just sent an announcement in our Discord that he is doing an entire Discord server upgrade. Like,
Lord.
Yeah, like he said, at everybody, server changes coming soon. The Brimthen community is getting an upgrade over the next few days, and I'll be making changes to this Discord to make it more clean and easy to navigate.
I like this guy already.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he was on Discord or he was on Fiverr, and he had a Discord where Fiverr clients would go and talk and see what's going on and see catalogs of what he does. And I got on there, paid him, had him build me a Discord. We had great conversations, hit it off perfectly. But I had a little bit of social anxiety with him because with all of my artists, I don't ever want to get in their way. And I could tell based on how his Discord was going that he was blowing up. Like, he was like going under. He was constantly working on something, and there was constantly more coming in. And even he says in our podcast here that it got overwhelming. And so I just quietly left him alone. I left the Discord. He got my stuff done. I didn't want to bother him, that kind of deal. And apparently he had an alt account who was following through all of my stuff and was on my Discord. And me and his alt account was like talking, hanging out, all that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't know who he was, And then one day he agreed to join the Minecraft SMP. And he requested to use his main account's name. I was like, sure, go ahead. That's no issue. Swap over to your main. I'll give him the role. And he swapped over to Rubik's. And I went, wait a second. You're the dude. You're like the guy. Like, how are you? What, you've been here the whole time? He's like, yeah, I've just been a fan of the stream, been a fan of the Discord, and everything. And I was like, hey, guess what? You're admin. Done. Welcome to being in control.
That's awesome.
So I was like, done.
See, I love building relationships like that.
So I love that kind of stuff.
He definitely sounds awesome. I'm definitely going to have to commission him to work on my Discord a little bit because it needs to be done. My Discord looks a little sad right now. But I mean, I can't really complain for someone with no Discord skills whatsoever. I did like 80% well on my own. I had to watch a few YouTube videos, but I figured it out.
I understand.
Still can't figure out the whole age verification style thing. Like, how when you go into yours, like they have to agree to the rules. Yeah. I can't figure out how to make that work first, but
I don't know how he did.
We'll just ask Rubik's to figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, Rubik's. Hey.
Can you help?
But no, I don't even know how he did it. When I left and kind of went dormant from him, it's his main account's name up there, and I hit this moment where like I don't want to mess with that, but there's words in it that I want to change. I don't know how to go about changing the words in there without messing up the verification thing or whatever was going on. So I just left him there and like put rules underneath it. Like, so I don't know. He now has a way to fix that, and that's what he's working on now, I guess. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he does with it. So
I'm excited to see the changes.
Yeah, for sure. And he's just really chill, like good guy. He's from the UK, like. So.
Just about everyone I know in this community that like has helped me build my channel up in like my Discord and all that stuff is from the UK, so I'm really not surprised.
Maybe it's a sign.
They seem to have a better control over what they're doing over there and like how they're doing things, so it kind of works.
Yeah, maybe it's a sign, Sometimes that's how it goes.
Maybe it's my sign to move to the damn UK.
So we have one thing in common before getting into this podcast. How did you end up finding Cast or Die? Same like TikTok style?
So I actually found him on accident. I was going
Oh.
through the like recommended streams
Mm-hmm.
and came across his stream, and I never ended up following him. I just went to all his socials and followed him on his socials. And then I saw that he did the sticker thing the other day, which came across my For You page, and I was like, hey, I remember that guy.
Yeah, and I think he's on the stream right now, so he's gonna hear me tell on myself a little bit here, and I'm gonna be honest, real honest. I kind of sharked him. I got lucky because the algorithm throws videos to random people first, and if they engage, then they go out further to people, right?
Oh yeah.
And I saw that when I got his video, the first video he ever posted on the sticker shop stuff, I saw there was no likes. So I had to be within the first 5 viewing. And I mean, I followed, I liked, I shot that comment so fast. And then as soon as he was like replying back, yeah, send me your stuff on Discord, I immediately, within like 3 seconds, sent him a DM on Discord. Like, I sniped that first spot, and I ended up being the first stickers that he was posting, like, and working with like the emotes and stuff.
That's awesome, though.
But equally, I've also struggled a bit because the 300 DPI and CMYK, the artist that works with me on it, he struggled a bit with that part of it. So we just got, during this stream, the last of my stickers done, and I can finally put my link up after all this time.
I mean, it's about time, but at the same time, perfection takes time.
And it came at a good time because, like, today's the 24-hour live stream. It's the big celebration. We got the affiliate. Now we got the sticker links. Like, everything's kind of coming together. It's good.
It's really good, actually. I'm really happy that it's actually coming together for you so well that it is party worthy. Because there are a lot of people who wouldn't celebrate coming this far, and it's actually really nice to see that change of pace on here.
Oh yeah, see, I worked hard for it, man.
Oh, for sure. You absolutely deserve it. Out of all of the people that I've talked to, you deserve it, and like the top 10% of people that I know for a fact deserve it.
Well, I appreciate that. That really does mean a lot to me. A large portion of my entire life is spitballing against a wall and hoping something sticks.
Fair enough, but I feel like we all go through that too. Most of our ideas are just kind of spitballed, and it's like, this isn't gonna stick, is it? And then you get that one idea that it's just like, you know what? It's gonna stick, and it does, and it pays off.
But no, I do slightly apologize because I haven't really gotten to look through your stuff too much just yet.
That's okay.
Well, usually with the podcast, like I've got more stuff kind of lined up because I've looked them over, and but like you came yesterday roughly, and I've been prepping for the 24-hour live stream, and this whole week I've just been like helping all of the streamers in my network like set up their settings. Like I had a Discord call where I was setting up 3 people's settings at one time. That's how chaotic this week's been for me.
It sounds chaotic.
But
I don't know if I could manage that.
It has been worth it. So. But enough about me. What is your kind of hopes and growths for your channel? Like, what's kind of your vision right now?
Right now, in all honesty, I'm kind of just focusing on every single day as if it were the next 20 years. Do I want my channel to be one of the biggest channels out there? Absolutely. I think we all do. But as I see it, I can only grow so much in a day.
Yeah.
So the only restraints I have are the ones that I give myself.
I understand that for sure.
I try to keep the positivity in the stream and, the upbeat, happy-go-lucky type person. But sometimes it gets a little difficult, If you look at my profile, one of the first things you see is my bio. In my bio, at the very end of it, is mental health is important.
Yes.
the reason that that's there is because I am one of those people who unfortunately did struggle with things like self-harm and depression and all of that. I want my platform to be a safe space for people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the people that have come into my channel recently, especially, have been people who also struggle with mental health issues. And it's kind of nice to have a community of people who go through the same things, but can also help each other get through those things.
Yeah.
My biggest goal right now is to just find other like-minded people and make sure that everyone that does come in the future knows that this is a safe place to be.
And I totally vibe with that entirely, because my entire platform for this is to have a place where people can come and experience new hobbies. And like I was that kid who, I had friends. I had friends in high school, whatever. I had people hanging around, but the majority of my time was like sitting and playing video games, and wishing I had somebody sitting there next to me. And with the joys of technology now, like finding someone to sit there and play a game with is just 2 clicks away. Like for me, the internet friends are the exact same as real friends. I can't find too much of a difference from it anymore, because it's grown so close to each other. And for me, I want a space where younger me, if I had that opportunity, I would have probably taken it and joined a community. And, I would have, because I was that kid that was stuck in one thing, it had been anime, or it would have been just the game that I was working on right then. And I didn't know about other hobbies. I didn't know about other options. And, if I had something like I'm trying to set up right now, I might have been stuck on anime at the time, but the people that I was talking to with anime are into Magic, or is into Warhammer, or is into Dungeons and Dragons. And there I'm getting introduced to other hobbies and other stuff, and then I meet more people. And the whole human social structure is community, and that's the key to it all for me. Like, I could stream to 0 people for the rest of my life, but as long as I knew that I had a Discord set up where I knew a person could go in there, like one of my channels in there is Wholesome Help, where the only rule on there is if you need help, ask, and if you see somebody needing help, like just stay positive on it, because I want to provide those opportunities for people.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things with people who try to do things like what we're trying to do with a safe space is sometimes we kind of forget to take care of ourselves. And I ended up taking a short break right around Christmas time. I took a 1-week break, and then again I took another break last month for a week and a half. And in that time, I had a few people message me, and they're like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on? You never want to take breaks from anything. Like, what's going on mentally? Like, are you good?" And the fact that people, reached out and were like, "Are you okay?" kind of reinforced that this is what I should be doing with my life. This is where I belong. People need to know that people are out there that give a damn.
Yeah. Yeah. And I totally understand that. Always check on your friends. You never know what they're going through.
Absolutely.
My motto, and people at my old work got real sick of it, because anybody asked me how I was doing, it was every day's a good day. Every day. Every day's a good day. The full motto goes, every day's a good day. Some days are just tougher than others.
Absolutely.
And we push through it, and that's what matters.
As long as it's not the worst day of your life, it's just a tough day.
Exactly. It's just tough. Marinate it in some milk.
But is it chocolate milk, though?
Ooh, chocolate milk, man. It fixes everything. Fixes everything.
Chocolate milk is the key to life. Can't convince me otherwise.
For sure. So, a large portion of my community has requested that every single Brimthen Babbles, I have to ask, are you into anime?
I don't know how to answer that because yes and no, to be honest. Like, I can watch anime, absolutely, but do I have, like, anything in particular that, like, I like or, you know, actually pay attention to? Not really. I do like anime style art. But again, it's one of those things where it's like I never picked it up. So it's kind of hard to, you know, really say, oh, I like this specific anime show or this specific anime artist, because I don't know any of them. I never paid that much attention.
I understand. I get it. Well, I'll give my suggestion and we'll just move on from that.
Oh boy.
It's only two. One's a movie and one's a series.
Okay.
But I suggest the movie to everybody, regardless if you're into anime, not into anime. If you just like to watch movies, you gotta watch Redline. It's on Amazon Prime. It's $9. It is an insanely good movie. It is completely hand drawn for like 365,000 frames or something, and they just digitally mastered it to look a little better. It's a dream project by the studio, and it's about racing, but the way that they handle momentum, the way that they handle speed, it's honestly something that if anybody's going into animation, they need to check it out, because the way that they do stuff is just completely different, and it's honestly an artist's dream of a movie at the end of the day. It's called Redline.
That actually piques my curiosity. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out later.
I mean, I've showed it to my parents. I've showed it to my mama, and most people have liked it. You know, only the most dedicated to, I only watch real people won't like it. You gotta be dedicated to anti-cartoon, basically.
Well, those people are boring.
That's what I'm saying.
I come from the Avatar generation, all right? Avatar: The Last Airbender was the best thing on the planet when I was a kid.
Yeah. And that's an anime, not a cartoon.
See, I was actually wondering if that counted, so that answers my question.
Pokemon is an anime, not a cartoon.
Is it though?
Yes, exactly it is. See, it's the style of drawing and the way that it gets animated that makes it an anime for me. You know,
okay.
Yeah, you know, you go Billy and Mandy, Ed, and Eddie, those are cartoons. They are completely comedic, all through and all. But you know, you go to Pokemon, and there's some funny moments, but it's not all the time. You know, it's not a comedy. I definitely wouldn't call Pokemon funny.
Yeah, no, I can't say that I would either.
Yeah, so that's the real quick way to go. Is it an anime or is it a cartoon? Cartoon's mostly for humor. You're gonna see a lot of jokes, a lot of funny gits and skits and stuff. You know, not everybody's gonna agree. It's an opinion, but you know, that's the way I kind of categorize the two.
All right, on that subject, what is your favorite cartoon?
Oh, ooh. I gotta give it, cause I'll always be dedicated to it. Nobody's asked me this, so this is a new one for the community and everything. So this is good stuff. Ed, and Eddie, forever.
Really?
100%. I will never leave Ed, and Eddie. I've watched literally every single episode. I literally sat down as an adult at like 25, 26 and watched every single episode from one to the end.
I have a funny feeling you and my friend Dylan would get along really well then, because he does a really, really good impression of dumb Ed. Like a really good one. It's almost scary and uncanny. Like he should have been the voice actor. Kind of scary.
Yeah, I get it. I love it. I go real quick for it. You know, the one that I trip people up on. You know, cartoons are meant to be funny. So King of the Hill.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's a definitely a different kind of category, you know?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, it's a slice of life anime, and that is gonna piss TMA off in the chat.
I kind of want to see the reaction to this.
I don't know if he's on or if he's just lurking or what, but
He might just be lurking,
Yeah.
which might save you.
He'll see it eventually. He always does.
Come back later and start yelling at you in the Discord.
No. Anyway. You got anything else you wanna add in, or questions for me, or topics you want to talk about?
I do have one other question.
Sure.
If you had to pick one specific thing to watch for the rest of your life, no commercials, what would you pick? It's the only thing you can watch ever for the rest of your life.
I have one question before we do that.
Okay.
Do I get new seasons? Do I get more episodes? Does it change over time, or am I stuck with just what's currently here?
Okay, so if it's something that currently has a season that isn't finished, you get up to the end of this specific season that's ongoing. Other than that, it's completely done. That's all you get is the existing seasons plus the one that hasn't finished yet. Okay,
so if it only has one season and the companies went out of business, I'm stuck with that one season is the idea.
Yep.
Okay. I'll tell you, I got an easy one for this, and I got a good reason for it. I love the theme, and I haven't went through. No, I have rewatched it once before. Vikings on Amazon. There's just this bliss that I can get into while watching it that makes me just kind of like it's kind of like watching a Western where you may have seen the Western over and over and over and over, but you're really not watching it. You're thinking about the time period and if you lived in it, you know? So for me, Vikings on Amazon, because it's kind of like my Western. I could just sit there and watch it all day.
You know, that's actually fair enough. I'm going to actually have to check that out because it does sound quite entertaining, actually.
It's a large portion of what's made me do the Minecraft SMP, at least for spawn area.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've got a lot of the songs stuck in my head. Sea shanties, war songs, those kind of things. They get to me, you know.
Is it really a good show, though, if you don't have most of the songs memorized?
I know, right? I agree with that 100%. But now, if I had, this is the open-ended piece, the more kind of creative one. If I had the choice to pick something and it gets new stuff, so as long as I keep, I'm stuck watching it, but as long as it keeps making more, I could watch more. Period. That's going to be an anime, and it's an underappreciated one. Roka, Braves of the Six Flowers. It got one season, and it deserves infinite seasons. And I would sit and watch every season that company could put out. Man, I wish they had a better budget, but they only had enough for one, and it's easily my favorite anime. As far as the series goes, and I would watch infinite episodes of that and never get tired of it, ever. So,
that's the way it should be.
Yeah. Screw these mortal coils that keep us from being able to have infinite of an IP that we prefer. How dare they stop producing Lost?
I forgot Lost was even a thing.
That was a specific joke for a specific person in my community.
I hope they're watching right now. I really do.
I don't think so.
Boo.
But yeah, that's a good reference. So anyway, let's close it up. I'm gonna give my little plug here. This was Brimthen's Babbles. If any of my followers or anybody that ends up seeing this wants to join the Brimthen Babbles podcast, just run over to my Discord and request in the Babbles channel. Pretty much anybody's welcome on here with a mic. Just stay away from divided topics and keep it kind of PG-17. A little bit of cuss is okay, but we don't want it to be excessive. And feel free to head on over there and check it out. Tell us where we can find your stuff and a little bit about what you're going to be doing, and send me any links or anything you want to be in the video description.
Aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain. So where can everybody find you at here?
Unfortunately, I'm not good at this, but I always mix it up. Most of the time, you can find me here on Twitch, of course, twitch.tv/GhostyxToasty. All of my social medias are also the same, except for Snapchat. If you want to be friends on Snapchat, you have to be 18, unfortunately. Because occasionally, I do post videos of me swearing like a douche. And I really don't want someone's parents yelling at me about that.
Exactly.
But as far as that goes, I am totally happy to be friends with anyone on any social media ever. Always, every single time, GhostyxToasty for everything.
GhostyxToasty. See, I've been trying to search you on this. Is it? I'm trying to find you on Twitch, but I don't know if I'm spelling everything right.
GHOSTYX.
I found it.
There you go.
I was typing in toasty with a IE at the end.
Oh. Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I accidentally put an M at the end of your name when I did my channel shout out for you a little while ago.
Hey, we a lot of my artists and stuff have hit the Brimthen, and I've got the Brimthen. I've gotten that too. What I like to tell everybody is it was created for Dungeons and Dragons, and I wanted a name that sounded like brimstone, and I took brimstone and took like a lot of names ended then, so I went Brimthen, and then I just took a random UK last name called Barlow, and which means apparently a dull knife, which I wish I didn't do now, but it worked out, so very happy.
As long as it worked, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I appreciate you being on here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome back anytime. Feel free to send me a DM, and take care.
Absolutely. Hasta la vista, buddy.
Laters.